I did react. At first, I needed to process what I heard. I didn't react right away. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I didn't even move. I just sat there, holding my coffee while my entire life quietly cracked in half. And the worst part, the person talking had no idea. They just destroyed my world. It was a normal Saturday morning, the kind where the sunlight feels lazy, and the house smells like toast and fresh coffee. My wife had taken our son to soccer practice, so I decided to walk to the cafe down the street. Nothing dramatic, nothing unusual, just a regular morning. I grabbed my usual table by the window, put my AirPods in, and opened my laptop to pretend I was going to be productive. That's when two women sat behind me. I wasn't eavesdropping at first. I swear, but you know how it is. Voices carry in quiet cafes. One of them laughed and said, "Girl, if my husband ever found out about the double life I was living, he'd have a heart attack." I smirked, thought nothing of it, just gossip. Then the other one replied, "Same, honestly. Men never notice anything." I rolled my eyes, still harmless. Then the first woman said a name, my full name. I froze, still didn't react. I told myself it was coincidence. Plenty of people have the same name. Then she said my wife's name, and suddenly the cafe felt like it had no oxygen left. I didn't turn around, I didn't breathe. I just listened. "She thinks he's working late on Thursdays," the woman said, giggling. "But that's our standing night." The second woman gasped. "How long has this been going on?" "Almost a year now. He's such a good liar, though." I almost feel bad for the guy. I stared at my coffee like it held the answers to life. Almost a year, my brain started doing math on its own. Late Thursdays, work trips, client dinners, all the nights I stayed home with our son. All the nights. I told people how lucky I was to have such a hardworking wife. I still didn't turn around because in that moment, I realized something terrifying. If I turned around, it would become real. And part of me wasn't ready for reality yet. They kept talking, laughing, joking about how easy it was to keep secrets. When someone trusts you completely, trust, that word hit harder than anything else. Not love, not marriage, trust. I suddenly remembered the night she cried because she said she felt guilty for working so much and not being home more. I held her and told her we were a team. We were a team. I finally stood up, not dramatically, not angrily, just quietly. I grabbed my cup and walked to the trash can near their table, and I saw her, my wife's best friend, the same woman who hugged me at Thanksgiving, who brought wine to our house every month, who called me the perfect husband. She looked up and saw me, her face turned white, and in that exact moment, I knew everything without another word being spoken. I didn't yell, I didn't confront her, I didn't cause a scene, I just nodded once, like two strangers acknowledging each other in an elevator. Then I walked out. The walk home felt longer than any trip I've ever taken. My phone buzzed halfway there, her name on the screen. I let it ring. Then a text popped up. "Please don't tell her we talked. It's not what you think." That sentence told me everything I needed to know. When my wife came home that afternoon, she kissed me on the cheek and asked how my morning was. And for the first time in my life, I understood how someone could feel completely alone while standing 3 feet away from the person they married. I didn't react right away because I needed to process what I heard. And once you process something like that, you can never go back to who you were before. That night after she fell asleep, I sat in the living room in total silence. No TV, no phone, no distractions, just me, the dark, and the realization that my life had split into a before and an after. The hardest part wasn't the betrayal. It was realizing how calm I felt. Like my brain had quietly accepted the truth before my heart was ready, and somehow that scared me more than anything. So yeah, I didn't react at first, but now I'm trying to figure out what comes next. And honestly, I still don't know. What would you have done in my situation? Would you confront immediately or stay quiet and plan your next move? I'm reading every comment.